so. Shroomery? Yeah, it's like a forum.
From farm or forest to table. The other week, I got to go down to Nashville and work with one of my favorite restaurants, Butcher & Bee. We wanted to go out to the forest and see what kind of meal that we could create from plants and mushrooms that we foraged. It was my first time getting to see and experience a restaurant kitchen like this, and it was honestly pretty wild to witness. The organization and the chaos, the smells and the sounds, the attention to detail, the camaraderie and the family, it was amazing. Butcher & Bee's motto is honest to goodness, and it truly is so fitting for this restaurant and the people that work there and the food that they create. So me, Dylan the mushroom guy, and Chris the executive chef headed out on our foraging adventure. Dylan took us to a beautiful little area about 30 minutes west of Nashville. It was perfect weather out, and it was such a beautiful day to be outside. And as we spent the next few hours exploring around, we honestly didn't find too much. However, we were able to find and forage some juniper berries, some greenbrier shoots, wild ginger, sorrel, some creeping Charlie, and some sassafras root. And Chris knew that we could use all of these, and so we harvested that and went on to the next spot. It was real interesting to watch Chris and Dylan work together and watch the meal that Chris would cook kind of take shape as we found certain things. And even though we weren't finding any mushrooms yet, it just felt great to be outside in the woods, no one around except some good company, having some wonderful conversations.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
After a few hours with not so much luck, we headed to the next spot, and after walking around for a bit, we finally started to find some goodies. We ended up walking around this dried up riverbed or flood type area that had a bunch of trees down, and it ended up being the perfect spot to find some mushrooms. We ended up finding quite a few here, and once we started finding them, the excitement just picked up.
Yeah, I think that's what they are. Thread-like roots.
That's what we want.
Yeah, that's the vegetative state of the organism.
Hey.
The next day was cooking day, and I was so excited to get to see how a restaurant kitchen runs, and also to see what magical creation that chef was going to be able to, chef up. I was so excited to be able to go there, to witness and to capture some of the magic on some film as well.
So like this amount of it. I mean, this feels.
After some time planning out the dish, it was time to get to work. And get to work they did. It was so captivating to watch a master at his craft to create something right before my eyes like this.
That just looks awesome. The language breakdown, they're nice.
It was truly such a treat. The the excitement just kept building and building watching the creation come together, using almost only the things that we foraged aside from a few items here and there, like some beautiful oyster mushrooms that Dylan brought, some house-made apple cider vinegar that was incredibly tasty, and a couple of other local or house-made ingredients. And when it was all done, Chef gave us an explanation as to the absolutely delicious and wonderful creation that was put together.
Some foraged mushrooms here. They're dryad saddle, glazed in a Virginia pine honey and butter. And then we have some of their ends made into a puree in the center here. And then we have a spring salad of some greenbrier shoots. We have some sorrel. We put a couple of the wild ginger tops in here, and then we diced up the wild ginger and used that as a main ingredient to make our vinaigrette. As well, we added some shallot, some of our house-made apple cider vinegar, dressed the greens. We added some purple top turnips for crunch. But everything we found yesterday, so we finished the plate here. My favorite part about yesterday was stomping all over this creeping Charlie. So I made a broth of the creeping Charlie and some sassafras root and poured it over some dry ice so we could kind of smell that. That's all we were smelling yesterday, and that was kind of my favorite part. We have some juniper berries that we found yesterday and some more wild ginger leaves, as well as some little rocks for texture on the outside there.